Hey you guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. If you guys are watching the replay on Facebook Live, always let me know in the comments with hashtag replay. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click subscribe right here with this button and give me a thumbs up if you guys find any sort of value in this video. Now, today I want to talk about what is a hashtag and how you guys can use them correctly, which is the keyword for today. How can you use hashtags correctly to grow your engagement and following on insert social media platform here? I'm gonna be talking about all the social media platforms we love: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You guys get my drift. I'm gonna teach you guys what a hashtag is so you guys can start using them correctly to grow your following online. And if you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name's Kylie, and I give you guys profitable social media marketing strategies that are working right now to grow your business online. So if you're new to my channel, like I said, don't forget to click subscribe right here with this button so you guys can stay up to date on what's working now. So the thing with hashtags is that I feel like people look at them wrong. People think that when you use a specific hashtag, they always go to Google. How do I know this? Because I just looked it up to see what you guys were searching for. And people search for what hashtag is going to give me, 100 likes? Which hashtag is going to give me 80 million followers? Which hashtags on TikTok are going to make me famous? And you're asking the wrong questions, because the purpose of hashtags is, I'm going to tell you what a hashtag is. A hashtag on any social media channel is a keyword. So how it works is that when you type the # with the keyword, so it can be like hashtag social media, no space in between, okay? Hashtag social media, hashtag real estate, hashtag CrossFit. You guys pick your keyword, whatever is related to the content. What that does is it creates a link for you that populates your content into a search page that has everything to do with the keyword attached that you implemented into your content. So let me give you an example. If I do this video and it's about hashtags, it's about social media, it's about business, growing your business online, I can use those hashtags: hashtag social media marketing, hashtag online business. You guys get my drift. And what happens is when I type those hashtags into my content, this video pops up into that search. So again, look at hashtags like Facebook groups. Look at hashtags like groups that you congregate with online. Because what that hashtag does is that it creates a link for you. You don't have to do any tech work, okay? The techiest part about hashtags is that you just type in hashtag social media. I keep using social media because that's what I do. But you can think of any hashtag, right? It could be hashtag sky, hashtag nature photography, hashtag insert keyword here. And when you do that in your content, so you can type it into the comments on Instagram, type it into the post on LinkedIn, type it into the post on Facebook. It depends on the social media network. But when you do that, it populates your content into another search criteria. And how this helps grow your following online is when you use relevant hashtags. So what I mean by that is when you use hashtags that are related to the content you are pushing out there, you're allowing more eyeballs to see your content. So how does that happen? Because people follow hashtags on social media. And prime example of this is if you go to Instagram, go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook, go to your favorite social media network, whichever one you use for your business. When you go to those search fields, you can do this literally right now. Take your phone out, type in hashtag social media, like go to LinkedIn, type in hashtag social media. When you press enter, you're gonna see how many followers are there. It tells you at the top. It says, this has, 5 million followers. That means 5 million people are keeping up with that hashtag. So if you're just starting out on LinkedIn and you're just kind of like, I don't know where to start, like no one's going to see my content because I only have, maybe 20 connections. I don't have any followers. I don't know how people are going to see my content. What you do is when you start pushing out value-based content related to your niche, related to your business, and you include those hashtags, people are going to see your content. More specifically, if you use social media, this is just an example, you could have 5 million people seeing your content. So what people get wrong with hashtags is the example I just used, and then they let their ego get in the way. So what they do is that they look for the most popular hashtags on social media, and they're like, oh my gosh, hashtag business has 10 million followers, but I'm talking about ice cream, right? So what they do is they try to trick the system. And you guys probably see this a lot on Instagram. You probably see it on LinkedIn. Like I said, this goes for any social media platform. So what they do is if their post is talking about ice cream, they try to trick the system because they're like, I want my post to get the most eyeballs. So what they do is they type in all of these unrelated hashtags. We see it all the time on Instagram, like I said. They'll do hashtag WCW, which is Woman Crush Wednesday. They'll do hashtag dog, hashtag, good morning. The most broad niche keywords, right, that have absolutely nothing to do with ice cream. And the problem with that is now you're putting your content in an unrelated search field, okay? And this tactic, I don't even want to call it a strategy because it's not a strategy, it's a horrible strategy, will never work for your business because when people follow those hashtags, when people are following hashtag real estate, when they're following, multifamily investor, when they're following cash flow, when they're following sales, they follow that for a specific reason. They want to see that type of content. So if you try to, make content for social media and you just tag, hashtag follow for follow or hashtag like, hashtag love, you can't expect your ideal clients to find your content because your ideal clients aren't looking in those hashtags. So this is very crucial to understand, and I want to nail this down. When you use hashtags for social media, it's less about the popularity of the hashtag and more if it's relevant to your content. Now, I want to deep dive into this. Another step is that the hashtags you're using also have to be relevant, right? You can't make a hashtag, Kylie Francis social media superstar and expect all of your ideal clients, flooding to that hashtag because you literally just made it up off the top of your head. It's probably non-existent, right? We see this all the time too. A lot of people, get hashtag happy and they end up, they're just kind of like, what hashtags do I use for my posts? And they'll think of, my cup is green, like I love green cups, or what a beautiful day it is outside. And they'll make that one long hashtag. So that's another no-no when it comes to social media with hashtags to grow your engagement and following. More importantly, to get ideal clients from social media, you don't want to make up your own hashtags. You can have one branded hashtag. So for example, my branded hashtag is hashtag Kylie Francis because that's my brand, that's my personal brand, that's my business, that's my website. You can have one that's your business, but other than that, you want to research hashtags before you use them. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what I do with my social media posts before I use hashtags. What I do first is I create content. I create the posts that I want to use. So I don't, look for hashtags that are popular and then make my posts and then just stuff them in there and be like, okay, I'm using the most followed hashtag. So all of those people I'm going to get the most eyeballs because I use, hashtag entrepreneur and there's 200 million on Instagram, right? That's not what I do. What I do is I create my content first. When I create my content, I look for keywords in my content. So what do I mean by looking for keywords? So if I'm talking about business and I see that I use that word, I know that's a popular keyword. But more importantly, it's relevant to my post. So I know it's popular because before I use a hashtag every single time, Pinterest, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook groups, whatever have you, whatever, insert social media platform here, like I said, you can search hashtags by going to the search bar on any social media network and typing in, here's an example, hashtag social media. You can do that on any social media network, okay? And when you press enter, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see posts that populate by time, because all hashtags are also time sensitive, which means, the newest are gonna be at the top, okay? Not only are you gonna see those posts, but you're gonna see how many posts are in that hashtag and how many people follow that hashtag. So this is very important. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about, what was I saying? Oh, not making up your own hashtags. Because you need to make sure that, one, the hashtag is relevant to your post, and two, the hashtag is relevant in the first place. So we see this all the time on LinkedIn, and I go over this in incredible detail on my LinkedIn hashtags training that I did a couple months ago. You guys must watch that if you're trying to get started on LinkedIn. But what I discuss is that one little letter can, be the difference between, 5 followers to 500,000 followers following a hashtag. For example, Motivation Monday, Motivation Monday, Motivation. Now, some of you out there might be like, oh, I'm going to use all 3. Well, what if I told you that 2 of the 3 only had like 2 followers and then the other one had 5 million, right? You wouldn't use the 2 because 2 people follow the hashtag, right? And what good is that going to do for you? It's kind of like irrelevant at that point. So when you're looking for hashtags to use for your business, it's probably another thing you're asking. You're like, okay, Kylie, what number do I look for, right? Well, this is totally dependent upon your follower count, okay? Your connection count, whatever platform you're on. So instead of focusing on the number, I say focus on relevancy. Because the problem is when we get too hyper-focused on, oh my God, this only has, 5,000 followers, that's not enough. 5,000 people is actually a lot, especially if your content is very relevant to what you're talking about. So it always ties back to, okay, is the hashtag I want to use for my content relevant for this search page? Because remember, if our ideal clients are searching for us, not specifically, but for the solution to their problem, they are looking in those hashtags, right? So if you pick hashtag like over, hashtag online business, just because hashtag like has, let's just make it up, 1 billion followers, and then hashtag business might have 5 million, you're missing the point of using hashtags, right? So scrap the vanity metrics, scrap worrying about, is this one better? Is this one worse? Whatever. Focus on, is it relevant to the content? Then if you find that it's relevant, you need to look into the hashtag and make sure that people are actually following it. So I would say if a hashtag has more than 2,000, this is also dependent upon the platform, but on LinkedIn, if it has more than 2,000 followers, you're good, okay? Now, if you're on Instagram, if it has more than 50,000 followers, you're good. Same with Facebook, okay? So, like I said, I don't want you guys really worrying about that too much. That just goes like hand in hand with making up your own hashtags. So if you focus on keywords after you create the content, you'll know which hashtags to use. They'll pop out at you, okay? Once you write your piece of content. But after you figure out which hashtags you want to use, just go and check and make sure people are actually following that hashtag. Because if no one's following it, it's moot point. It's like there's no point, okay? So there was one other thing I was going to say, but I do all my live streams off the top of my head. So I think I covered the basics here. So what is a hashtag? A hashtag is a link that populates your content into another page on the social media network. It's that simple. No techie work done on your end. It automatically populates that link for you. And why this is going to get you more ideal clients and followers is because if you are daily, consistently creating content online, the content is valuable, you use relevant hashtags, and you put all those three together, your ideal clients are going to be attracted to your content if it's of value. I mean, how could they not be, right? They're looking in that hashtag for somebody like you. And you're just making it harder on yourself and your business online if you aren't using hashtags, because when you don't use them, like, why would you not use them? It's a free way to get eyeballs on your content without worrying. Like, you have to worry to an extent that somebody's following hashtag, but don't worry so much about the number of people. Like, it doesn't have to be the most popular hashtag out there. Just make sure the hashtag is relevant to what you're talking about. This is what I was going to bring up that I forgot. So what I was going to bring up is that different social media networks have different limits on how many hashtags you can use. Okay. And another thing too that I wanted to add is that when you use a hashtag on Instagram, that hashtag is for Instagram only. That doesn't go over to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, what have you. So when I use hashtag social media on my LinkedIn content, that's only staying on the LinkedIn search term for social media, okay? It doesn't jump social media networks. The only time that happens is when you use keywords on a search engine, Pinterest, YouTube, podcasting, and blogging, okay? So again, with the limits on hashtags, that's something you need to keep in mind. Right now, it's September 2020. On Instagram, you have a limit of 30, okay? You can use about 5 to 10 per Instagram story. On LinkedIn, I would shoot for, like I said, relevancy, but I would say between like 3 to 7 per post. And Facebook, same as Instagram. This is something I kind of didn't want to get into details with numbers because the times change, rules change, it changes every single month. So just stay on top of that. You can do that with a quick Google search. Just be like, how many hashtags can you use on TikTok? How many hashtags can you use on Instagram? You'll find that number, but just stay on top of that because these networks change constantly. Could literally change while I'm making this video. No one's gonna know, okay? Same with Pinterest. Pinterest didn't have hashtags for years. And then like within the last year, they allowed hashtags again. So that's something to keep in mind, is that it's nothing that you need to like overly obsess or worry about, but know that if you use too many hashtags, you could be shadow banned. And what that means is that, it's void. They're just like, peace out. You're breaking the rules, peace out. Okay. So just keep that in mind, nothing to freak out about. But if you use hashtags that are specifically banned or you use too many, then, your post is going to be void. And we're seeing that now more than ever with, I'm not even going to say the word because I don't want my video to get, kicked off of YouTube. But you guys know, because I said the date, what's going on right now. If you use specific medical terms or if you use specific things that, could be, I think CBD might be one. Something that's just very, you're not really sure. That's why I said you need to research it before you add the hashtags to your posts. Because there's so many, like you could have like a keyword that's very popular, but if you go to search it and that social media platform has it banned, your whole post, just because of one keyword, let's just say you had 30 hashtags, on Instagram, and you picked one hashtag that was banned, your whole post is going to be scrapped. So I see that all the time too. I have people come to me and they're like, Kylie, I'm using hashtags, I'm researching, but no one's still liking my post. And I'm like, because the hashtags that you're using are banned. So keep that in mind. I know I gave you guys a couple tips throughout this video, but at the end of the day, the purpose of using a hashtag is to create a relevant link to your content so your ideal clients can find you on any social media platform, okay? Like I said, they say if you use a hashtag on LinkedIn, it's saying on the LinkedIn hashtags. Same with Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, you guys get my drift. But another thing to keep in mind is that when you don't use hashtags at all, which I see more times than I'd like to count on business profiles, no one's going to be able to find your content, especially new ideal clients. And that's the whole point of using social media. It's a free way we can get our content seen by our ideal clients that would never be able to know that we existed before. If they can't search for you, they can't find you. And the way they search for you on these social media platforms is through hashtags. It's one of the ways. It's probably the most popular way. So that's why it's very, very important to use niche keywords in a hashtag. Like I said, examples, hashtag social media marketing. Like I said, this is all one word, no spaces. Hashtag social media marketing, hashtag business, hashtag online business, hashtag LinkedIn marketing, Pinterest marketing. I could go on and on with all the keywords that I use, okay? But it has to be relevant to the content I am actually pushing out there. So let me give you an example for this video. For this video, I'm gonna do, it's actually really funny, hashtags, hashtag social media marketing, hashtag social media, hashtag online business. What hashtags am I not going to use for this video? I'm not going to use hashtag ice cream, hashtag great day, hashtag I'm having the best day of my life, hashtag I'm a social media marketing expert. I'm not going to use any of those, okay? Because I don't think of the ones off the top of my head. I do the research and I see which ones people are actually engaging in and following and would find this video helpful to them. So yeah, that's really all that I have to say about hashtags. So if you guys are watching the replay on Facebook Live, if you guys are watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this video. And if you guys have any extra tips about hashtags, maybe I missed something, you know, maybe you want to add a tip, let us know in the comments. This is like a community thing. You know, I'm not here saying this is the end all be all, you know, times change, rules change. So we want to consistently stay updated. And I felt this video was very important, even though some could see it as basic. Even sometimes if you're like expert, you need to take it back to the basics. Okay. So if you guys love this video, I would so appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up on YouTube, click subscribe right here at this button to stay tuned for more social media marketing tips. More specifically, ones that work right now. I'm testing all of these as I speak. So stay tuned by clicking subscribe right here with this button. And yeah, if you guys have any questions at all related to social media marketing, topics you'd love for me to cover, always let me know in the comments because your question could quite literally and anonymously be the topic of the next live stream. So I hope you guys make it an amazing week and I will see you guys on the next live stream. Bye guys.